Now, the White House has confirmed that the U.S. won't be participating in official talks at the G20 Summit in South Africa this weekend. U.S. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt expressed disappointment with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's comments, saying that the U.S. doesn't appreciate his language.
The United States is not participating in official talks at the G20 in South Africa. I saw the South African president running his mouth a little bit against the United States and the president of the United States earlier today, and that language is not appreciated by the president or his team. The ambassador or the representative of the embassy in South Africa is simply there to recognize that the United States will be the host of the G20. They are receiving that send-off at the end of the event. They are not there to participate in official talks, despite what the South African president is falsely claiming.
The response from White House comes following a statement by Cyril Ramaphosa that South Africa is in talks with the U.S. about potentially reversing the Trump administration's decision to boycott the G20 summit in Johannesburg. He said that the discussions are ongoing.
We have received notice from the United States, a notice which we are still in discussions with them over, about a change of mind about participating in one shape, form, or other in the summit. So the discussions are still ongoing.
Earlier, President Trump had announced that his administration would boycott the two-day meeting over accusations that South Africa is violently persecuting white minority farmers, an allegation that South Africa has strongly rejected. However, White House said that a representative from the U.S. Embassy in Pretoria will attend the formal handover ceremony marking the transfer of the G20 presidency from South Africa to U.S. But following the White House denial of Ramaphosa's statement, South African president's spokesperson, Vincent Magwenya, wrote on social media that President would not hand over the G20 presidency to an acting U.S. ambassador. Furthermore, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has departed for Johannesburg for a two-day state visit. In a post on X, he described the summit special as it is being held in Africa. He further added that various global issues will be discussed and he will be meeting several world leaders during the summit. Now, world leaders have started arriving in South Africa for the summit. Among those who arrived on Thursday were Chinese Premier Li Qiang and his delegation, and Malaysia's Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. The G20 Summit 2025 is set to kick off in Johannesburg on November 22 to 23rd, marking a historic first for the African continent. Hosted under the theme Solidarity, Equality, Sustainability, the event will be tackling pressing global issues like climate change, debt relief, energy transition, and AI governance. In another development, South Africa and the EU signed a landmark deal on critical minerals, vowing to defend multilateralism ahead of the G20 summit. The partnership, hailed as unprecedented by President Cyril Ramaphosa, aims to boost South Africa's mineral processing and value addition capabilities.
President Ramaphosa, Your Excellency, President von der Leyen, Your Excellency.